What's up everybody? Welcome to the Sons of Sever YouTube channel where there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad gear. My name is Eric. Today my brother Chris and I will be reviewing the BeLenka Allure. It is a barefoot style Chelsea boot. So we've gotten about 6 or 7 of these in our hands and on our feet this fall and winter. Eventually we are going to do a big roundup review of all of them, but today we're just talking about this one. We're going to go back and forth talking about all the things that we like and don't like about the boot. There's timestamps in the description if you want to jump around. Now, before we get moving on here, we wanted to mention that we're going to be at the Barefoot Shoe Expo in May. So that's an event that's going on in Denver. Anya, if you know of her in the barefoot shoe world, she's really big, is hosting that thing. There's going to be a ton of different vendors there. So we're going to go around from booth to booth, interviewing every company that we can, looking at the products that they have on their tables, and then getting that stuff out to you guys so that you can hear about the companies themselves and see what they're presenting at the show. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss out on that content or any of our other reviews that will be coming out. We have a full lineup coming for the summer. So we do have a lot of product in our hands right now that we're gonna be making reviews for. But for now, I'm gonna send it over to my brother Chris so that he can start us off with his likes of the BeLenka Allure.
I'm going to kick off my likes of the Allure by talking about the toe box. This is the same toe box that BeLenka puts on all of their shoes. We've always been a big fan of BeLenka's toe boxes ever since we tried them for the first time. And when you add it to a shoe that looks like this, it's going to be a good looking ride and a very comfortable ride as well.
Okay, so when it comes to my likes of the BeLenka Allure, the first one that I'll mention is I really like the leather that this has been made out of. A lot of barefoot shoe companies shy away from leather, and I'm glad that BeLenka doesn't. And this is just really nice. It's very shinable, as you can see right there, which means for me, it works at my job. So I can wear this with my work uniform because I'm required to wear a black shinable leather shoe. So I love the way that it looks and I love the barefoot feel that I get from this thing. It's a good quality leather that seems like it's gonna last a long time as long as you take care of it. And again, I love that you can bring it up to a shine.
My next like is going to be the grip pattern. I love the way that this grip pattern works. It's the same grip pattern that they included on the Arctic Edge, which made that shoe very versatile. Even though it kind of looks more sneakery, it performs almost like a winter boot because of the waterproofing and the traction pattern that it has on it. Same traction pattern, same result. This is going to be a boot that handles relatively well when it comes to more rugged terrain, a place where you are going to want better grip.
Okay, so the next thing that we really like about it is the build quality that this thing has. BeLenka's shoes, even though they're very minimal and they give you a very good barefoot feel a little bit sturdier than some of the other ones. I think they use a denser rubber on their outsoles, which makes them just a little less flexible and maybe a little harder underfoot. So if that's something that you're looking for, then these are definitely guys to look at. But this one specifically also has side stitching, and we always appreciate that. It's so much better than just gluing the upper to the outsole. And as far as that stack height goes with that outsole, it's a 5mm base, you've got 3mm lugs, and then probably a 2 to 3mm insole. So somewhere around 11mm total. Even though it's a bit of a denser outsole, you still get a lot of ground feel because that is fairly minimal. So the build quality on these seems to be really solid. They feel like a bit of a heftier and a more solid shoe than some of the other barefoot Chelseas that we've gotten on our feet.
My next like is going to be that this thing is relatively easy to get on and off. On one side, we have the bungee that is plenty stretchy that you can just open it up and slip your foot in. If you really need to open it up wide to get your feet in and out, you have the zipper on the other side. I like the options personally, and it's always easier for me to justify grabbing a shoe and wearing it more often if it is easy to get on and off, which this absolutely is.
Okay, so when it comes to the look of the BeLenka Allure, I think it's one of the most modern, one of the most sleek looking Chelseas that we've gotten to review this fall and winter. I really like how it looks. It fits super well in a nice urban city setting like this one. So it'd be great to take out on a nice date. Fits well in the office. You could take it to like a casual wedding like we have here in Utah, take it to church. It's gonna fit in all those situations and look really good doing it. And you get a very barefoot feel with it.
The last like that I want to bring up when it comes to the Allure that I have is going to be the versatility. I was literally in church a half an hour ago wearing these exact same boots. Now I'm out on a trail somewhere near the lake by my house, and I'm having myself a nice, easy little hike. You could totally wear these things on a date and then take them into the mountains if you wanted to. The traction is fantastic. The fact that they're made out of leather means they're going to hold up really well, and they're going to look really good the whole time. So I think there is a lot to be said when it comes to the versatility of the Allure.
All right, before moving on, we wanted to mention that we have an affiliate link to BeLenka's website down in the description of our video. So if this has piqued your interest at all, use that link to get to their website. That really helps the channel out. If you don't know how affiliate links work, if you follow that link to their website and it results in a purchase, we get a small commission from that sale at no extra cost to you. But that does put more gear into our hands, which means more reviews for you guys. We also think that the perfect companion to a good pair of barefoot shoes is a pair of toe socks. Creepers toe socks is always our #1. We talk about these in almost every video that we have because we love them so much. It's something that we wear every single day. Creepers toe socks have always been the #1 brand of the 20+ that we've gotten on our feet now. We love the way that they feel casually, the way that they perform athletically. They're just really nice all around. We definitely think that you should go and check them out. Again, there's a link in the description of the video to get to their website.
Getting into my dislikes of the Allure, the first thing that I want to mention is kind of a little thing. It's not a deal breaker, but it is the lack of waterproofing. And the main reason why I'm upset that we don't have waterproofing, yeah, it does pull away from the versatility and the ruggedness just a little bit, but mostly I'm upset because the women's Chelsea boot that they have on BeLenka's website has almost all of the same features, but it also has waterproofing. So why are the ladies getting the waterproofing, but not the men as well? It is what it is. I do wish that the Allure could have that waterproofing as well.
Okay, coming to our dislikes of the BeLenka Allure, the one that I can think of the most is this zipper. And the reason for that is it takes me just another extra few seconds to get this on my foot compared to some of the other Chelsea boots that we've gotten this fall and winter. But I also like the look of the bungee side more than the zipper side. So I would have gone for just bungee on both sides. It's by no means a deal breaker, but as far as the convenience go, it slows me down just a little bit. I would have preferred that they just had an extra bungee section there instead of the zipper.
The only other dislike that I have when it comes to the Allure is going to be that zipper. I know I kind of mentioned it in the likes as a way that you can easily get the boot on and off, but I actually think that it is less of an advantage in the long run. Mostly it's just kind of annoying and not particularly comfortable. I think this boot would be more comfortable and a little bit more versatile and a little bit better looking if it just mirrored the bungee on the outside to the inside. I'd always rather have bungee than zipper. That is just a personal preference at the end of the day.
The next dislike that I can think of is that this one has a little bit lower volume than some of the other Chelseas that we've gotten. So if you're somebody who has a really high instep, or if you need a lot of room over your toes, then this one might not be for you. That isn't something that really bothers me. It's just something that I noticed with the shoe. It's got a little bit lower volume and it has a little more break-in time too. I talked about how these feel a little bit sturdier, so they're not quite as flexible as others. And I think with this nice leather that they used, it just requires a little bit of break-in time. So don't be surprised if you pick one of these up and that's something that your feet have to go through.
Getting into my final opinion of the Allure, would I recommend this to somebody who is looking for a barefoot style Chelsea boot? I definitely would. I think this thing has a lot going for it. One, it's a really good looking boot. I think it's one of the best looking ones that we have reviewed here so far. Two, I absolutely love the BeLenka toe box. It's plenty roomy, very comfortable, and it doesn't look too goofy. It doesn't look too wide. So I think those are two huge advantages, followed by that versatility that is provided by this very rugged outsole. I think the fact that you could totally hike in this thing, but then dress it up as well, really drives home the value of this specific Chelsea boot. If you are interested in this thing at all, make sure to use the link down in the description to navigate over to the BeLenka website.
Okay, so when it comes to my final opinion of the BeLenka Allure, would I suggest this to other people as a barefoot Chelsea boot? And absolutely. I really don't have many qualms with this one. Again, with the zipper, it's not a deal breaker. I just would have preferred an extra bungee side instead of a zipper, but it doesn't stop me from wearing it ever. It also requires a little bit more break-in, I think because of the leather that they used. It has a little bit less volume in the toe box as well. But as far as the barefoot qualities go, as far as the build quality of the shoes go, a nice wide toe box, the shinable leather, I think it's a great combo. So if you're thinking about one of these, we would definitely suggest it. Just a quick note on the sizing for you as well. We find these to be true to size. I get a size 42 European in BeLenka in all of their shoes, and there hasn't been any variance for me except for the Arctic Edge. That one had a lot of insulation, so I did size up on that one like they suggested, but this one says go true to size, and we found that to fit just right.
Folks, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. All those things really help the channel out. If you're interested in any of the products that we talked about in this video, there will be links to them down in the description. If we have discount codes for any of those companies, they will be featured with the links. If you want to get more content from us, there are 3 different places you can get it. The first one is Patreon, where for $1 a month, you can get exclusive behind-the-scenes content we don't post anywhere else. If you want to be most up-to-date with what we are working on, make sure to follow us on Instagram, where we are constantly posting unboxing videos. Go follow us on Strava if you're interested in seeing mini reviews in real time of the products we're using and what we're using them for. Strava allows you to track and post about your different activities. We track and post about our runs, trail runs, hikes, paddleboarding, and weightlifting, and we do little mini reviews on the products we're using during those activities. Go follow us there, and we will follow you back. We appreciate your view, and as always, we will catch you in the mountains.